We all make mistakes. We've all said what we wish we hadn't, done what we wish we could undo. And yet, if you look back honestly, you'll see that in that moment, with the awareness and tools you had, you were doing the best you could. The present, with its new clarity, often judges the past as if the past already knew what only the present has learned. But it didn't. Your earlier self walked with the clarity, or lack of it, available then. To condemn yourself for yesterday is like scolding a child for not knowing calculus. Life teaches by stumbling, testing, trying. Every mistake was part of the path that brought you here. Forgiveness starts without fireworks. It starts with this simple recognition. You always did your best, even when your best looked clumsy, confused, unfinished. Seeing this softens you. Softening is the beginning of forgiving. Forgiving yourself doesn't erase the past, nor pretend nothing happened. Forgiving is seeing it as it was, an experiment in being alive. Every choice, every slip, every harsh word that hurts now was not a crime against existence. It was a step in learning to walk. The trouble is that many carry mistakes like stones in a sack, dragging it for years. They replay scenes, rewrite lines, try to fix what is already finished. The past is over. It's just a film projected by the mind. To keep punishing yourself is to argue with what no longer exists. There's a difference between learning and self-condemnation. Learning is alive and opens the way. Condemnation is dead weight and chains you to a version that no longer lives. Compassion for yourself is to let the stones fall, to lay down the heavy sack and recognize you are no longer the one who stumbled. You are the one who learned from the fall. In that instant, you take the first step toward freedom. What is true in you is also true in others. When someone errs, they aren't choosing among infinite options with perfect clarity. They act from the limits of their awareness, from the conditions that shape them. If someone speaks with bitterness, it's because bitterness took root there, roots you may never see. Harsh judgment forgets that this person already lives inside their own punishment. Those who lash out aren't free. They're driven by pain, fear, confusion. Meeting them with more judgment adds weight to what is already unbearable. This does not mean accepting cruelty or excusing all harm. It means seeing the human under the behavior, the child under the anger, the pain under the mask. And when you see, even if you must walk away, you don't carry hatred in your heart. That's the beginning of forgiving the world. Judgment is easy, quick, cheap. A brief taste of superiority. Understanding is a subtle craft. It requires pausing, thinking, feeling. Here lives the highest intelligence, not puzzle solving, but the intelligence of empathy, which sees you in another and another in you. There's a saying that crosses generations. Hurt people hurt people. Pain replicates like contagion. If we don't awaken, if we don't forgive, we just pass the poison along. We repeat what hurt us. The world remains locked in the loop of resentment and retaliation. Forgiveness refuses this game. It decides that what arrived in anger ends with you. It says, this stops here. Not because they deserve it, but because you won't carry it further. Then forgiveness stops being about them and becomes about you. It is your freedom from the cycle. Forgiveness isn't naivety, it's clarity. It doesn't demand hugs or the return of those who left. Often it happens in the privacy of your heart, with firm boundaries, but without hatred. Forgiving isn't forgetting. It's taking the fire of resentment out of your hands. Resentment burns only the one who holds it. By letting go, you release the other. And you release yourself. Curiously, when you stop demanding change, some people change. And if they never do, you are no longer tied to their story. At bottom, forgiveness is a recognition of unity. What harms you isn't truly separate from you. It is life stumbling into life. The finger doesn't accuse the hand for failing. The hand learns from the finger. So it is with us. That's why great teachers spoke of forgiveness, not because it's noble, but because it is natural when you see clearly. When you stop demanding perfection from yourself and from others, you begin to see the beauty of this clumsy dance. The past doesn't vanish, but it loosens. And in that loosening, you discover a freedom lighter than judgment and a peace deeper than resentment. Now breathe. Place your hand on your chest. Think of one stone you carry, a scene, a name, a guilt. See yourself dropping that stone to the ground. Feel your body growing light. Whisper, I allow myself to walk light. I allow myself to be new today. And if this message spoke to your soul, do 3 things now to anchor your decision in the world. Like this video, subscribe to the channel OPoderDaMentePróspera, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Write in the comments, I drop the stones and walk light. Declare, practice, be free. The world responds to those who choose not to pass along what arrived in pain. You can be the break in the chain, the point where pain stops multiplying. Forgive yourself. Forgive the world. Not because it's noble, but because it's the only way life keeps flowing. And when life flows, peace arrives. Simple, quiet, enough.